All right, my sales Jedis, I'm going to take you through another recorded call and listen for the objections and how we overcome them. Here we go.
Yeah, that makes sense, man. So yeah, we'll keep going, man. Keep going.
I'm done. I want to hear from you, man.
No, I mean, it's like I said, I mean, it feels like a no-brainer, in a sense, man. And I'm trusting you. You know, in that sense, here's why I say that, man. There are people out there who make a lot of promises, a lot of claims. Everybody has.
I'm not going to do that.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you straight to the heart what I believe. Yeah. If I make a guarantee and a promise, dude, I've been in this game for 17 fucking years, man. Like a lot of people are just in their year 2 and 3 making the same promises I'm making, but they fail. It's because they don't know what the fuck they don't know. They're still learning from guys like me. So my point being is, like, when I make a promise, you can have a copy of this recording. I'm going to take this to the bank. And if I fail, I want you to chop this recording up and saying, hey, this guy Rahul is a fucking fraud. And here's why. He made this promise to me that he'll help me. And then he didn't show up. Me and Cody are the only coaches that I know of in the game that are always on our live events. I'm not talking broadcasting like to 1,000 people. I'm talking about if we are talking to Carl like we're talking now on Zoom every single fucking day, 4 days a week, actually not 5, 4 days a week, Tuesday through Friday, and then we have Saturday immersions if people want to join as an option.
Yeah, that's so.
So right there, I was just showing a little bit of conviction because I know that he had been through the ringer in the past. I just wanted to make him feel really comfortable. Obviously, you can see I use a lot of passion as I go through these calls. Everybody seems like I already know them for years upon years upon years. So I try to use that friendly approach. It's not even an approach. It's just more how we actually roll and how we kind of carry our demeanors. We want to really connect with people to get them past their own struggles.
So what you said, there were 2 options, man. What's the second one?
Second one is $7,500. It's 3 months. The only thing about the $7,500 one is that I need more than 3 months with you. And that's where I'm going to recommend go with the 15K one, because I want to go a 6-month run rate. I mean, because we got work to do. We have way too much upside. I'm not saying that it won't work. It'll 100% work. But I don't want to create an environment and a container that things are gonna. I want to get a long run plan is what I'm saying, because that's what I do. That's what you expect of your clients, and that's what I expect of my own. Because when I'm mapping out shit, I give them a 12-month plan, but then I can't say, well, here's 12 months. Let's do a quarter though. Like, so I need a minimum of half a year with you if you're okay with it. If we want to go with 7,500, fine. For the spirit of moving forward, we have that option. But I do definitely want to get a long run perspective with you, because I think if our goal is 80 fucking K or 83,333 in 12 months, we have to build that foundation so we can steamroll ahead. But irregardless, no matter what plan you pick, you're going to make the right decision and we're going to make a shit ton of money. But I also want to free your mind of any kind of like warfare that might be going inside here where it's like, oh, I should do these million things. Let me do them all now. But, oh, fuck, where do I start? Oh, shit, let's just do it tomorrow. That I need to get the fuck out of your head if it's going through your head, because most people have that. And I need to have precision sniper-like approaches where we're going to be like hitting, like putting a bullet, like every day we have a bullet in the chamber and we get one shot to fire that motherfucker. How focused are we going to be that day to get 1 inch closer to our goal? That's what I'm going to be planning with you, is that precision plan.
Right.
Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair, man. So,
okay.
Let me, then, oh man.
Let's make a decision, dude. Let's it's scary. It should be nervous. It should be, everything should be, emotion should be driving through your head, because we're about to get real and we're about to get.
This is where a little bit of fear kicks in, whether it's the money, it's whether it'll work, because he's had bad experiences in the past, and we're just going to get through it right here, right now.
Okay. Like, I mean, what's the name of our program?
The GSD, baby. So yeah,
what does it stand for?
Let's get started, man.
Cool.
So
okay, are we gonna go with what I recommended?
Man, here's the, oh man, let me think, man.
Don't over decide, because decisions need to be made. So don't put yourself in a position of like, oh my God, like one way or the other. Let's pick one and go with it. And if we need to make a change by the onboarding call, as far as like going for the 15, because either way, I'll break up the payment plan for you. So yeah. I'm gonna recommend we go with 15K and just break it up over the 5 months. And if we go with the 7,500, we break it up over 3 months. And I'm not going to do the, like, I like our payment plans. If you break it up, this is our pay in full pricing. Technically, you should be paying 18K if you go with the payment plan, but I'm not going to do that, man.
All right, so I set this up for earlier in the call. I'm going to reverse back just to kind of get our mindset right, because I knew that he had been through some other programs. He had booked a call previously with us and showed up. So I just want to give that information out there. I'm going to pause this for 1 second. I'm going to reverse back on something that I think is fairly unique when it comes to doing some sort of sales call. So give me 1 second. So right now in the call, I'm just making sure that his mindset is right, because a lot of people have these goals and they don't have the perspective of the goals. They only know the circumstances that they've been in, that they've lived through, whether it's the failure, the limited success they've had, and they've never been that person that they should be in their future. So I always talk to my future self when I'm making my own personal decisions. If I want to get to this next level, what decisions do I need to be making to be that person? I have to act like that person now so I can be there in a period of time, whether it's 12 months, 24, 36, or even a shorter time frame. So I'm going to walk you through that right now here.
For a second, I'll close my eyes too really quick. Like, let's just think. I'm like, you can look and open your eyes. I'm going to keep mine closed, but I'm just like, this is how I kind of concentrate. It looks like I'm like stressed, but I'm actually rubbing my temples. But the reality is, I'm just thinking like 80K. Like if I'm gonna make 80K, I'm at 8,000 right now. Like what do I need to do differently? Because if I do the same thing, I'm fucked. I'm not gonna get there. I'm just gonna be at the 8K because I make decisions as an 8K player. I can't rise above that because I'm teaching myself. But if I look at Carl in 2022 and 922, what decisions did he make now? Because it's going to take him a year to get to 80K. Heck, it could take 6 months if we accelerate things and take even more action. But what do I need to do now to be able to do that? Almost like if I'm a fat kid and I want to be ripped as fuck, what do I need to do to become that ripped as fuck person? I need to put my shoes on. I need to go running. I need to eat right. Because if I take the fit perspective and I do habits that fit people do, then my body will follow. So the decision starts today, because I'm not going to be losing 100 pounds tomorrow. I'm going to be losing 100 pounds over a journey. And that's how we build a sustainable business. Because if we hit 80K, then guess what the next stop is? We're not going to say, oh, well, I hope I plateau there. I hope I actually get to 50K. And we're going to want to have natural ability to want to grow. So like while we're still like together closing our eyes, I still have my eyes closed. Like think about that. Does that like what like just imagine, I'm gonna just kind of like pause for like 30 seconds, then we'll kind of stop this exercise. But like just think of the like quietly to yourself, what does Carl need to do to get there? Like imagine like how that would feel. Like literally, like you have 80K. What does that look like? Do you have a team? Do you have a bigger house? Are you on vacation and that you have a chief operating officer doing everything while you and your family are in Greece? Like, what is that? Like, what would you do if you actually have the 80K and it is actually consistent month over month? So I'll pause there and we'll just wait 30 seconds so you can kind of frame your brain so it kind of gets you in the state of mind that you actually want that.
As I was uncovering a little bit of the background information, I understood that he had a pretty good business, but then one of his bigger clients declined the budget by a little over 66%. So I'm kind of opening the gap in his mind because this is all possible. If you guys are selling coaching, marketing, or whatever services you guys are doing, you guys do have like a probability of a customer falling off. So I just wanted to make sure that that was part of the conversation, so everybody's fully aware that things can go backwards if they're not constantly moving forward.
Because if you're getting people that are paying you 6 and going backwards, that's going to go to 0 at some point, man. This is a risk area. You're going to be 50% of your book of business could potentially be gone.
Right.
And or
Right.
conversely, let's get 2, 3, 5 more clients. And then you're now if this real estate brokerage leaves, you don't care. You can
Right.
say, no problem,
Right.
champ. Like, I'm gonna do my best to save you. But if you
Yep.
want to come back, the door is open. You're always welcome. This is a
Yep.
family home.
Yep.
So right there is just also at the same time a future pace, as well as understanding that the business can be lost. And when we're at a certain revenue threshold, if we lose business, it fucks with our mind a lot. So things can go drastically the wrong way. You can get feelings and thoughts of why me, like what's happening, how come I'm not getting consistent clients. So all of those emotions are all coming out through this call, which is important because it's an emotional and also a logical decision at the exact same time. We just need to make sure that everybody's aware of all the information, that they know it to be true. They agree with that information, that without like our bridge, the bridge to joining our program or whatever it is you guys do that are listening to this, you have the problem on the left, you have the bridge, which is your pathway, if they're a good fit to take them to that end goal, which is that destination that's supposed to increase their business, increase their skill set, increase their peace of mind, their freedom and everything. We all believe that happy wife, happy life, right? So gentleman's married. So I wanted to confirm that the information that I was given previously was accurate, that his wife was on board with him. And this wasn't some sort of like mission or going behind the back or whatever it may be. I just wanted to make sure that every decision that's going to be made is going to be in collaboration together.
It's,
Yeah,
I mean,
I know your
it's,
wife mentioned she wants this for you. Like, do you
Yeah,
want this for
well,
you too?
right. Cause I get wrapped up in my stuff, man. And, she's, you know, she's kind of always that voice of reason in a sense, cause, whatever's in front of me has my attention. And so like this Aligned Mortgage Company, man, like there's a lot of work to be done. I'm geeking out on it because I literally, like I said, man, it's, I see it as kind of a training ground as well, because I mean, these guys literally are like, what do you need in terms of a budget? You know, what do you, and I'm playing with about $10,000 in ad spend across different platforms, but I'm also trying new stuff. I'm putting together systems.
10,000 per month, right?
No, a week.
A week. Okay. So you basically have like a 40K budget that you have a pot of gold with, that you can basically say.
So we kind of walk through the wife thing very, very subtly. And now we're going back into one of his client situations that he's working with. This is the client that kind of declined on his budget. As you can see through this call, I try to get in front of any kind of perceived problem as quickly as possible, just making sure, like, for example, the wife is on board. We covered that. Number two, we did a mindset, like perspective exercise by just simply closing our eyes, walking ourselves through to have reality strike without leadership, without mentorship, without having somebody at that higher perspective leading you along the way and getting that exact blueprint. They're never going to be able to get there because they can only see right wherever they've been. They know that to be true. But once they see a higher perspective and they know that to be true, then they're able to make bigger decisions for their family, their freedom, their time, their money, etc. And hopefully you guys like this call. Let me know what comments or questions you guys have.